Hey, this is Jack Meligan, founder of Settlement Professionals, Inc. and chairman of the SPI Group. So this is our next video in our ongoing series of that we started here in October, covering attorney fee deferral month, and we're extending into November. Got a little bit of a late start, but today I've got with me on today's video Jeremy Babener, attorney, LLM, and someone who is one of the top attorneys in this particular space around the country, settlement space, covering all types of questions, and somebody that I've been collaborating with here for the last year. So welcome, Jeremy. I wanted to ask you, has there been anything that's changed tax-wise with the service, Internal Revenue Service, or Treasury as it relates to trial attorneys' ability to defer fees?
It's been a while since there have been a substantial change. I think the bigger change is more in the products that are available and the structures that are available. It was, back in the 90s when we had Childs, we haven't really had any challenge or discussion by the IRS other than something positive back in the early 2000s.
So 1991 is the last.
1994 was when the tax court issued, and then right after that, the 11th Circuit Court of Appeals affirmed. So since then, the only reference has really been the IRS citing the decision for other purposes.
So has there been, do we have any record of any attorneys ever having suffered a negative result from an audit with regard to an attorney fee deferral or structure?
No, there have been a couple updates in the law where, we've had discussions with lawyers, maybe changes to documentation. There have been some rules. One was 409 Cap A was a big scary monster for a little bit on deferred compensation, but then the IRS clarified it wasn't going to create any issues. So it's really been a smooth road. And there have been a number of product providers that have been exploring different ways to use the deferral mechanism. Interesting.
So, yeah, in our next video, we'll cover some of those product providers and the options. But that's interesting, and that's really good information. That there hasn't been any major or even minor changes in the tax code or the way that the IRS or Treasury are looking at fee deferrals for attorneys. It's been smooth sailing.
And it really makes sense too, because it's just honestly the attorney fee option to defer, it is so similar and it's based on the same law as a plaintiff's ability to use a structured settlement. In order to change one, you'd either change both or you'd really have to go in with legislation and start messing around. That doesn't seem very likely.
Yeah. Okay. Well, there you have it, folks. So that will wind up today's video in our series on attorney fee deferrals. We'll have another one in another week. We'll discuss some of the product options. Jeremy, thanks again for popping in today, and we'll get you back on another video soon.
All right. Thank you.
You bet. Take care.